Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of the B-Side Podcast. I'm your host. I am your host. Jesus, I haven't even been drinking and I'm getting tongue-tied. Anyway, I'm your host, Rob Bobby Sellers. We got a great guest today. You know, the one and only Gary Combs. We're going to see what he's going to say today because it is St. Patrick's Day. And he's a Combs. So you know what that means. He might be a Black Irish. That might have been my Jamaican accent. I don't know. Anyway, hey, stay tuned. We're going to give it to you live. B-Side Podcast. Yes, we are back in the building, and you know it. He always changing up his name. My man, Gary Diddy Combs, a.k.a. I call him Gary Trump, and today he is the what?
Leprechauns, top of the morning to you. Even though it's not the morning, but top of the morning to you. The Black Irish over here. Everything sounded like a question. Top of the morning to you.
That's all good. That's all good. So we're going to get this show started. You know what I mean? You know what? It's almost that time. Hey, Mac Music, my man Mac, if you're out there, we're going to need another theme song for this season. You know what? We got to change it up. Anyway, always lovely. What's good, man? How's it going with you today on this magnificent, can we say magnificent, when it is a St. Patty's Day?
Well, it's a marvelous day because this is the day of my people. My Irish people, this is the day of my people, St. Patrick's Day. It's an excuse to drink. And you know what? I might go to the gas station or something like that, get me a tall can, and use it as an excuse to drink. It's in honor of St. Patrick, who wasn't even an Irishman, but damn it, we got an excuse to drink. It's for my people. And you might be Irish too. Check your ancestry.com.
I got a little Irish blood in me, you know. People forget, yo. People actually forget. You know what I mean? Until the quote unquote, we you know what? We keep it real on the B-Side Podcast, right? Bringing you barbershop talk in your living room. But hey, to keep it real, when the Irish immigrants was coming over, they was next to us.
Well,
they was next to us until the whiteness came about.
Well, the thing is, when they were coming over here in places where blacks were free and Irish were living, blacks were actually earning higher wages than an Irish immigrant. If black people were paid 25 cents, an Irishman might be paid 10 cents. And they had to, they suffered the conditions that they talked about in Gangs New York or whatever. But, they were looked down upon by other groups from Europe because, they were coming over poor from Europe or whatever. But they were able to group together and to integrate themselves into society in things such as the police force, the police department, politics, and stuff like that. And, it changed for them. The situation changed for them in America to where, like you said, the whiteness or being able to ingratiate themselves in America because they looked like other Americans came into play. But, there were times when they were indentured servants or slaves in America for a period of time, such as the Dutch. And, in places such as America or the Caribbeans, Black people and the Irish did come into contact with each other. They got people from the Caribbeans that have Irish heritage because Irish were sent over there as indentured servants. One third of the population of Ireland came over to America after the potato famine, because after the crop failed out there, people were reduced to eating grass in some occasions. They came over here to America, to where America has a larger Irish population than Ireland itself. Ireland is an island with maybe 6 to 8 million people, and there's about 40 million people that say that they have Irish blood over here in America. But just
Yeah,
a short of something in Irish history.
Well, check out the history. You know what I mean? When they were enslaving us or whatnot, and a lot of times, a lot of cases, there were more blacks in the area compared to the white settlers. And one of their things to counter all the enslaved people coming in was trying to get more white folks. So obviously, they extended their hand to Europe and be like, hey, after a while, hey, you can assimilate with us, okay? We're going to look over the religious aspect of it, because A lot of Irish are Catholic, English, Protestant. So that's always there, that religious warfare. And then also, the ethnicities of different, tribes, whatever the case may be, or whatever clan you came from. After a while, they were like, you know what? We're going to overlook all that. You're white. You're better. So, yes. So, they were in the areas where the brothers and sisters were, and we all know. We all love sisters. We all love the sisters. You can say whatever you want to say, but we all do love the sisters. Yes, and that is part of the politics of the day. Obviously it's national holiday, St. Patty's Day, and any type of interaction with another. I don't want to say human being, because beings, it's politics. If you speak, it's politics. People always talk about, oh, I don't get into politics. Everything's politics, people. Everything is. But with that said, obviously, we'll get back to. Well, you know what? We're gonna stay on St. Patty's Day. Like you said, you might get a tall can, but what are you going to get any Irish beer? Are you going to get a Guinness? Are you going to get any, some of the other Irish? What I want to say, beverages out there.
I'm gonna get a German beer for an Irish holiday. What is a Budweiser? Budweiser, Germany. I'm gonna get a German beer for an Irish holiday.
Anheuser.
Oh yeah.
Anheuser. Yes.
Well,
yes.
the thing is, if you watch that movie Gangs of New York, this is the part of Gangs of New York that they leave out. At the end of Gangs of New York, Leonardo DiCaprio and Daniel Day-Lewis are battling in the middle of a riot that's going on in the city. What they don't tell you is that riot was caused by the Emancipation Proclamation, and it was pretty much the biggest racial riot in America until Martin Luther King or Jack Johnson winning the world championship. But there were a lot of black people harmed and killed when the Emancipation Proclamation went through, and that happened in New York. And everybody thinks that just because it was the North, that it was more understanding. In that time, New York made all the money from the slave trade. All the banks that processed loans for slavery, ran through New York. So they had a vested interest. There were a lot of people that were mad that the Emancipation Proclamation went through. And when they talk about the North being a place of free soil, a lot of the free soilers didn't want black people in that territory. It didn't mean that they didn't want slavery in the territory, but they also didn't want blacks in the territory as well. They wanted the free soil to have the free will to make money off it on their own, not necessarily be understanding and have open arms to everybody else that want to come there. Because even as recent as 120 years ago, 95% of the black people in America lived in the South. And that's just 120 years ago.
No question. And then speaking upon your point, as far as you're talking about the Gangs of New York, highly recommend that movie. When you're talking about New York City, the stock exchange, that area was where the slave trading was going on. Also, New York was a major port, and also where Central Park is, that was a black area. That was a black neighborhood. But also, while we're speaking on this, and it is all relevant, this book here, Gerald Horne, The Counter-Revolution of 1776, Slave Resistance and the Origins of the United States of America. People, this book here, amazing. Gerald Horne. Anything that Gerald Horne puts out, I got to get my hands on. But this is what I'm building on right now. Obviously, you can get it at your local bookstore. In this case, I even went down to our public library and got that. And then also, obviously, all my Nubia fans out there, my man, Dr. Greg Carr. I didn't even know this, right? Obviously, libraries, part of the community, taxpayers' tax-paying entity, we can actually go to libraries and request books. Hey, and they should be able to buy them. It's taxpayer money. So that's another thing. If you obviously, you could leave a jewel. Obviously we can't buy up all the books. Some people are able to do that and process that. But however, you can actually make a request to your local library about books that they should possibly buy and get, especially with all these banning of books in the school systems from the stoppables. But
Hey,
anyhow, like I said, we're gonna stay on course. But obviously,
I'm
this is the
triggered.
book I'm building on right now. This is
I'm
blowing my
triggered.
head once again. Counter Revolution of 1776, slave resistance, and the origins of the United States of America. And this lets you know, people, we have always been fighting. You know, we've never been a docile people. You know,
Oh,
we
yeah.
still, we have to continue to fight. Unfortunately, it's terrible that we still got to do this, but the same dreams and aspects of freedom that we're fighting for today, these brothers and sisters was doing that back then. So definitely, if you can get your hands on this, get a copy. Gerald Horne, great author, great historian. Houston University. He's a Houston Cougar.
That's cool. And people are slow to realize how much that we do have a vested interest in this country, even from its beginning. When freedom wasn't promised to Black people, we were still fighting for the country. There
Still
was
ain't promised to us.
still
Still
aren't
not.
promised.
Yeah.
Yeah, when people weren't brave enough to fight for the cause of America, George Washington went and got a Black unit to go fight, and it was about 5,000 Black troops that fought in the Revolutionary War. And people don't know about that. They think we just sat around and did nothing.
No.
But there has never been at any point in this country's history that Black people didn't contribute in a major way. We've been contributing since the beginning. We've been contributing even before it was even a country. I mean,
Exactly.
the most important thing is to know your history and to hold on to it, because people can take your history for themselves. And a person always has to have knowledge of themselves.
But it's also people, we can, we can't give up. That our enemies are for the long game. Okay, this is not a sprint. This is a marathon. We have not made it, people. Yeah, we've made a little progress, but not the progress that we definitely want. So, yeah, it gets tiring, but we got to keep on. We got to keep on keeping on. So definitely, that book, man, blowing my mind, man. And usually, I try to get through a book, week, 2 weeks. But this one here, I've sat on a little bit. There's some deep thinking with this book. It's taking me a little while, but it's okay, because a lot of this information is just blowing my mind, man. It's just like, yo, we are definitely resistant. We're still fighting for our freedom. We must do it because all of our ancestors who perished, who paved the way for us. We cannot stop. Just like Puffy, just like your people. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah.
Can't stop, won't stop. Yes. So, hey people, sometimes we get into deep conversations, deep discussions. That's what we always do. I like politicking with my brothers and sisters out here. And what I mean, brothers and sisters, not only Black, we got some white brothers and sisters. We got some Asian brothers and sisters. We got some Hispanic brothers and sisters. We got brothers and sisters everywhere. As long as we on the same, of course, thinking, we'll be okay, And like minds, I'm always in tune with, and I'm from the land of Ohio. Once you cross the river, you was free. You dig? All right. Do your research.
Right.
Anyway, we're going to switch it up a little bit. We'll get back to the politics, because quiet as it kept, ladies and gentlemen, Gary is a Republican. Yes, he is. But anyway, we're going to switch it over to the sports here, because of obviously big time college basketball. March Madness is going on. What's your take of it so far? Have anything shocked you? I got to check out the scores, because I heard that I've been running and ripping. I know that obviously there was some upsets yesterday, but I didn't get too many upsets. I should say haven't seen what's going on with scores. I'm checking that now. I know I want to say Purdue lost, but anyway, what's your overall aspect of the March Madness so far?
Well, my aspect of it is all of them are going to fall.
Texas.
Yeah, all of them are going to fall to number 2 of the Big 12, and that's Texas. They're going to take them all out. It's going to be the Texas or Kentucky that's going to go and win it all. You heard it here first. So it's either going to be Texas or Kentucky. The rest of those teams don't count. They don't matter. They're just role players. They're just there to see Texas ascend to the top of the pile. National championship.
Yeah,
Longhorns.
Purdue did lose. Damn, Purdue did lose. Damn. Okay. Who did they lose to? Was it Farley Dickerson? Yeah, Farley Dickerson. Wow. Farley
Wasn't
Dickinson,
they
my
number
fault.
16 or something like that?
Yeah. Purdue, yeah, 58-63. That's another one. Upset, you know? That's unbelievable. But hey, that's what the dance is for. You know, that
Who do you
is
think is
what
going all the way? Who's looking the best this year?
man, anybody can beat. I don't even know, man. My teams are out. My Colorado Rams, we can't make the NIT. My Buckeyes didn't even make the NIT. So I just want to see good games, man. That's all.
Yeah.
I want to see some good games, man. That's it, man. I'm not too overly hyped, but obviously, since I'm in coaching now, yes. Shout out to Catella High School. Check us out. Be out on the look for. This is a caveat. Be out on the look for AAU team, Southern California, OC Orangemen. Check us out. Coming to a city close to you in Orange County. So we're gonna be sending out the buzz. We're gonna need some players. You know what I mean? Pretty much, I think we're gonna get ages 13 to 15. We got to get it happen. So be on the lookout for, ladies and gentlemen. If you are in Orange County, look out for OC Orangemen AAU team. Okay, go ahead. But yeah, man. Yeah, Kentucky. Yeah, I get you got some major blue chippers over there. Obviously Kentucky, Texas. Obviously, I think you're just falling for the bandwagon because they're all number 1, number 3 seeds. I don't think that you're really true to those schools because honestly, you should give a shout out to Xavier first.
Xavier.
And then your second rated.
When was the last time you saw Xavier on television?
It's still your alma mater.
I'm just kidding. Shout out to Xavier.
You see, I shouted out Colorado State.
Yeah, first. But you knew you wasn't going to see them in March Madness or anything like that. You're just joking. Just kidding.
See, Tony Dorsett at it again. Hey, look at Gary over there. Hey, that's the reincarnation of Tony Dorsett right there. You know what I'm saying?
That's Marvin Gaye right there. That's Marvin Gaye right there.
This guy really is a Pit Panther. This guy's really a Pit Panther. over there, Tony Dorsett. You know what I'm saying? He got some cowboy boots and a cowboy hat in his closet.
They got Coach Prime. Are you Coach Marvin? Are you Coach Marvin or Coach Isaac Hayes?
Speaking of Isaac Hayes, ladies and gentlemen, go to Fanbase, ill platform, Isaac Hayes III, Isaac Hayes' son. Black Moses' son, y'all, has an ill platform. Fanbase. Go to it. Check it out. Definitely a platform that we all need to get on. Obviously, I'm having a little bit. Honestly, G Diddy, I'm having a little reasoning with myself as far as with Twitter. Now, Elon Musk, when we went over old boy. What was the cartoon artist? What's the guy's name?
What is it? Scott Adams with Dilbert?
Scott Adams with Dilbert. Now, we already know that Elon Musk chimed in on that. And I'm just sitting here like, I know Twitter is a staple now, but it's just like, Fanbase, everybody. Open up an account with Fanbase. Same situation.
And now the dude is caping for the January 6th protesters or January 6th rioters. He's pulling the Tucker Carlson.
I mean, it's just now, mind you, unfortunately, there's no list out here of the racists. So the alleged racists, it's just like, yeah, man, it's wait for it, it's gonna show up. But yeah, I'm just going through it a little bit with that. But it's just like, eventually I know I'm going to wean myself off of it, but it's just like, Do you have an account for Fanbase?
No, I actually don't have an active account. I never really got Twitter. I don't know. Never really excited me or anything like that. And then, I was never really active on it, but I don't know. I might start up.
No, start get on fan base, man. For real, for real.
I'll get on fan base.
Yeah, man. For real, man. We gotta support each other, man. Everybody support themselves for us, and we shouldn't be ashamed of that. We shouldn't let the propaganda out there affect us. Hey, they all do it. They all looking out for themselves. We gotta do the same thing. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So definitely, if let me see up here. Definitely, ladies and gentlemen, go to fan base, create your account. Here we go, right here. Oh, where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it? I just seen it. Oh yeah, yes. Fan base. Check it out. It's a good site. Hey, go there. We gotta support each other, fan base, no doubt. You know, um, you know, we gotta do what we need to do, man. So some things going on today, like I said, St. Patty's Day, ladies and gentlemen.
St. Patrick's Day.
We
Top of
are
the morning to you.
we're live on the B-Side Podcast with our ghost, our guest, Gary G. Diddy Combs. Leprechauns today. You know what I mean? So, yes. Couple things I know going on this week. The main thing that I think that we're not discussing in the NBA, a lot of news going on, obviously. But the main thing I think that we should be recognizing is Michael Jordan is looking at selling his majority stake of the Charlotte Hornets. Obviously, I know he bought it for under $300 million in 2010, I want to say, and it's
Like
well over.
256, 256 million, I believe.
Yes, and it's obviously made a problem. But what I'm getting at is like, and it goes almost like with our situation in housing, how we get appraised. It's not even getting appraised at $2 billion. It's not even getting appraised at $2 billion, man. And Sun sold for like $3 billion. My man Jimmy Haslam and Miss Haslam, I forget his wife's name. My apologies, because they're a power couple, no question. But Haslam, he went in with the Bucks, and I think the Bucks got evaluated for like $5 billion. So it's like, how Michael Jordan's team,
that's some weird shit.
It's getting evaluated less than $2 billion. It's like,
because
what's that about?
I don't know. The Bucks are probably worth about I don't know, some potato chips from a dollar store or something like that. And you said they got appraised for how much?
Man, I think Haslam, man, it was around $5 billion.
That's insane. How much are the Hornets going for?
Hornets, it's under $2 billion, but I'm like, this is Mike Jordan. How?
Yeah, he needs to wait that out
It's like,
before they
wait a
lowball
minute here. But it's obvious that you have to, look at it. It's like, wait a minute here. Is he getting lowballed? Why? This has to be a topic.
Yeah, because he said he's going to keep a minority stake, but I think he should wait.
Yeah, but
he should wait it out, because you don't need to be lowballed when these teams that should be getting sold for a bag of chips are getting sold for $3 billion. He could wait it out, until it's sold for about $2.5-3 billion or something like that. He needs to capitalize off of it. It's sad enough that if he gives up his majority share, he's the only majority black owner in the NBA.
Yes.
So that's another reason I think he should sit on it a while longer.
Yeah, man.
But
yeah,
I'm not as busy playing it.
Yeah, I just don't understand that. It's just like, how? Wow, this is Mike Jordan. Obviously, they haven't won anything, but still.
Yeah.
It's still Mike, man.
And somebody who wants to reinvest in that or invest in that could do wonders with it. So I don't understand why they lowball it like that. It needs to go for at least $3 billion.
Man, at least. All I'm saying, he can't even get $2.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know, man. It's just like, damn, here we go again, man.
How much does Sterling get?
I'm not for sure, but he made a crazy profit. You know that.
Yeah.
He made a crazy profit, So it's like, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know. It's just my antennas went up on that. Like, wait a minute, hold on. How much? It's like, damn. It's a cold game out here, man.
It
It's a
is,
cold
and you
game
can't
out
settle
here.
for no. Can't settle for no low ball off. You can't settle for no low ball offer in this time of inflation. I mean, you go to the dealership and car prices are inflated, and you go to the grocery store and prices are inflated. But you mean to tell me they can lowball a sports team or a sports franchise?
This is my. This is Mike, man. I mean,
Exactly.
that's what gets me. It's like, yo, this is MJ, man. Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see. Obviously, in due time, we'll see what it do. But I don't know. That's just had me thinking here. Like, no doubt he's gonna make profit off of that. But at the end of the day, it's like he just. I mean, it's out there what some of these appraisers are doing. Lowballing minority properties, and it's inherently in tune with everything else. You can't deny that. But yeah, it's just you still there, Gary?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah, so it's just that is just kind of mind blowing, man, to me. But we'll see in due time, man. We'll see how that go.
Yeah, I hope he gets as much money as possible.
Yeah, man, got to, man. So we'll see here. What's going on here? Look like we got a little.
I'm even going to check out that movie Air.
Yeah,
You seen the
definitely,
advertisement for that?
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yo. Speaking of that, okay. So I did finally get up the article. So basically, what they're saying is, um, MJ spent like what is it, 275 million to purchase it back in 2010, and Sportico, they valued that the property back in December for the Hornets was at 1.77 billion dollars. Suns was valued at 3 billion. And my fault. I think I put that too much high as far as um, um, Jimmy and D Haslam. It was $3.5 billion. That's what it was as far as when they got evaluated for the Milwaukee Bucks. Took a little stake in the Milwaukee Bucks. Yeah, my man, he doing it. He got the MLS team in Columbus, and now he's got a stake in the Milwaukee.
He's got a stake in what?
It's good, man. So I definitely wanted to bring that up as far as the reason why it's like they're lowballing MJ. So
That's crazy.
we'll see how
So
that
they were
goes.
valued at 1.7 billion.
1.7, and all those other owners, they're not even Michael Jordan, and they're getting
Exactly.
they're getting crazy value on their return. So it's crazy, man. What's going on here? It'll get cleaned up when we go for it. As far as
And
a little technical difficulties, keep freezing up, but it's okay. It's okay. The bills are paid, so it's all right. How cats, man. They brother, sister, waiting for you to make a mistake and jump on you. Where's your bills paid? Yes, we're up to par on that. Whatever reason,
is he on AOL 2.0?
no problems on that. Ain't that some? That's something like you got to start. You got to what is it? Got to dial in. Yeah, so that's
Yeah,
crazy.
those other owners, those other basketball team owners, they didn't average 35 points a game.
Right? On the shoes, anything like that, We'll get back to it, man. We'll get back eventually. We'll see what's up. So man, what do you okay, obviously, we're gonna slide out of the NBA, you know what I mean? We're gonna go up to some of the things that's going on right now. Obviously, the feds, the numbers came out. The unemployment rate is still kind of down, but they still talk about, oh, we need to lay off some people. Like, damn. I mean, it's crazy. And then also with a couple banks going under. Now you're seeing some of these banks. It's out there now, man. Obviously, things have changed, meaning that now, since a lot of these banking institutions are online, people don't have to actually go up to the bank to withdraw their money. They can withdraw their money online, and any type of rumors or any type of rumblings going on, it could change things quickly. So, what do you feel that some of these people, man, as far as we know the FDIC only backs up what 250,000, but then they're saying like these banks invested in another entity where they got the umbrella or the cushioning if something like this just happened. How you feel as far as the banking situation going on right now? Are you confident? Have you lost confidence in the banks, or what is it? Excuse me. What's your aspect on this?
Well, the thing is, preventing a run on the banks is the greatest obstacle that any political institution has to face, because, like you said, rumors will cause people to withdraw the money out of the bank, and it is a tricky situation when you invest so much money in a bank and not a lot of it's insured, and then you get locked out of it and you can't access your money. And the right conservatives are trying to blame the bank failures on woke investments from Silicon Valley and diversity or whatever. But
Yeah,
it
they
really
love
boils
using that
down
woke
to
and DEI.
yeah, it really boils down to bank regulations that were from the last administration that played a part in it too, or that played a part in it majority.
Yes, they did.
But
They what do you say? Lightened or removed some of those policies they had set in place to shore
yeah,
up, like things like this doesn't happen. But obviously, like you said, the last administration uplifted some of those rulings.
yeah, but it's good that political institutions have come in and rescued the bank and ensured that the borrowers will have access to the money. But whatever we do, we're trying to prevent something happening from what happened in 2008, where there's
Yeah,
a contagion in the market that causes the whole world economy to go down, because it gets contagious if one bank fails and another bank fails and this isn't insured and people start taking the money out. That collapses financial markets, and that has an overriding effect that affects everybody in the world, and affects the prices. And it's a very critical and dangerous situation, especially with everything that's going on in the world, the change of the world order. You got China and Russia meeting, and China initiating their global citizen initiative, and it's redefining China's role as a peacemaker in the world. It's like they're trying to step into the role that's traditionally been held by America and negotiating certain things, like they're opening back up communications with Iran and Saudi Arabia. They set up trade deals again, and China was paramount in brokering that deal. Now, I think China are trying to position themselves to be the ones that negotiate peace between the Ukraine and Russia, and that would be another strike to America's position as influencing world affairs. So there's a lot of things going on, and the banking system. I don't think we're heading towards a 2008 sort of collapse, because of what we've seen. There are going to be banks that fail, and this is going to cause interest rates to rise in certain aspects, all across the world. So we will feel it. So, but it's not going to be anything like 2008. I don't think we're going to be headed into a dangerous recession / depression. But I'm not an economist, but just from my plain observation, I don't think we're heading into any dangerous sort of territory. But this is a blow to the administration, that this happened during the administration. But
well,
how we
yeah.
regroup going forward is how we can determine, how it's going to, what the outcome is going to be. But I don't think we're in the danger of having an economic collapse anytime soon.
No, no question, no question. Yes,
And that's apparent with the strong numbers, strong employment numbers,
yeah, yeah. You
historically
know,
strong.
yeah, we're gonna see because we're gonna see if this rate gonna get increased again. I mean, when last time we seen rates get increased like this?
Yeah,
Like,
you're right.
this is the first. It's like damn. So that definitely drives people a little leery as far as their confidence in the banking institution, and also with the government's play on that as far as bailing out, because we don't need to be bailing these companies out, especially when they're doing all this price gouging. It's like,
Definitely.
like
Check out Walmart.com.
man, all the
If you
price
check out
gouging.
Walmart, yeah, if you check out Walmart.com, it'll be like a 6-pack of soda for about $15. I'm serious. You go
Yeah,
stuff that'll be like a
I seen a bunch
$5
of
in the grocery
eggs.
store, about $30 on the website. I don't know how it even connects. I don't even know how they even get away with doing that. It's
Yeah, they
insane.
tied in. They tied in. Obviously, that money talks. That unfortunately we're in this capitalistic republic, so anything goes when the money increases. People trying to get back as far as when we were shut down and locked down and all that. So this price gauging is crazy, because we all see the numbers. Look at all these oil companies, man. They're having record profits, man, and doing buybacks. It's like, dang. But hey, that's
They're not paying taxes for it.
yeah, that's part of it, man. As far as this capitalistic republic we're in, yeah, it's yeah, man, it's crazy, man. What can we do? What can we do? You know, um, yeah, just try to um, get more knowledge. Obviously stay in tune, because that's another thing that we need to do. Obviously, we got to pay attention now. Obviously, what's going on in our country, but we got to pay attention to what's going on globally, because the market is a global market. You have to tune in and see what's going on in other aspects and other areas of the country, so that you can make better assessments and better decisions for yourself. Because like you said, everything affects everything now. We're all wired in there together.
Yeah, we're very much more interconnected economy than we were 30 or 40 years ago.
Yeah,
And we're
man.
not even in the same situation as we were 30, 40 years ago. And some countries that were third world countries are now first world countries now. And the access to knowledge is a whole lot easier.
Hmm.
You know, the world is getting smaller, as in the ability to gain knowledge, the ability to gain technology is becoming increasingly smaller. It's not just in the hands of a few people. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's
Go
all
ahead,
about
my fault.
adapting to change the world order.
Yeah, man. It's definitely people. You gotta tune in, see what's going on, because we get bombarded with all this data, and you got to decipher it and um, make the best assessment, best choices for yourself. This is the information age. You have to put in work as far as fine tuning your information data, so you can, like I was saying, make your best sound decisions and choices, for you and yours. So definitely stay in tune, and see what's going on, man. Any,
Definitely.
anything on to that? Okay,
But I blame the liberals.
we'll switch it up a little bit on the music. My man got another banging album. You know it.
Skyzoo,
You know it. You know it.
Skyzoo.
Oh man, Sky got a nice one. Conway got a nice one out there. It's oh man, that's what we're gonna do, people. We're gonna definitely, we boom bap heads over here. No offense to new cats. Hey, you got to spit them bars, but I know Skyzoo is banging. So definitely go to your music providers and get that album. Let me bring it up as far as the name of it. I highly recommend it. It's definitely what's the name of it? My fault. Something of the saint. Oh, the mind of a saint. The mind of the saint. That's it. Check it out, and then you know, with my man Conway, pain provided profit. Check that out. Pain provided chocolate. I mean chocolate. Pain provided profit. I don't know where that came from, but yes, definitely, those are the two albums I highly recommend. Definitely drum work music group, no question. And, you know, um, first generation Rich. You know what I mean? Definitely Entity, Sky Zoo, no question. But hey man, I gotta before we get into our segue of in the new, let me make sure I can bring this up real quick. Just making sure so we can discuss this. This is some news. Oops, that's not it. Let me bring this back. This is where is it at? Hold on real quick. Let me bring it up. I thought I had it up, but I didn't.
Uh-oh.
Where is it?
Yeah, with that Sky Zoo, he's got the song called Views from the Valley. He said, where we're from, we've never seen no beach, but I can run on soft sand if I've been Verena on a key, make it dance, baby. Like he's
He
just the
spitting.
shit he's saying. It's amazing. If he ain't
Yeah,
better than
man.
Big, he's the closest one.
What was that again?
Say if he ain't better than Big, he's the closest one.
Man. Hey man. He doing it,
I'm just
man.
kidding. That sacrilegious talk was first spoken by Jay-Z on what's that song, Jovito? If I ain't better than Big,
Vito.
I'm the closest one.
Yes, that's it, man. Man. That is it. Oh man, where is this at? Okay. I thought I had that queued up, so we're gonna get into it. So let me cue this up. Anything else on your mind recently, my man?
Uh no, just the fact, you got to bless your audience by letting one of the greatest Americans, one of the greatest black Irishmen that ever lived on your show. Myself. I walk around with $2.5 million in jewelry. You know, I report from live undisclosed locations. I mean, you are helping
Okay.
out not only
Uh-huh.
America, but you're helping out the world by bringing on such great people, me being one of them. So I just want to take this time out to thank
That's
you.
right. That's right, man. I appreciate that, man. I really do. I really do appreciate that, man. No question, man. What is going on with this? Okay. Let me thought I had this queued up, but dang. Okay. Come on. Oh goodness. Man, let me close this out. Hey, man, it's just sometimes it's heartbreaking. Sometimes we just gotta go through to get things done. It's like, what is going
Did you hear what
on?
they're trying to do
You
to the,
know?
the best president in history? Did you hear what those
Talk
heathens are
to
trying
us.
to do to the best president in history?
Who are the heathens?
These heathens that want to take the best president in history to jail for paying for an actress's career. That's all he did. He funded an actress's career.
His lawyer uh exposed them on that. You know that, right? I
He is
mean, you, you,
he was
you,
only paying for an actress's career. What he had conversations with her, and she seems like an intelligent lady, and he thought she was an intelligent lady, and she's in the entertainment industry. So he thought he was just funding her career. Okay, he thought he was just paying for an actress. Okay, that's how he was doing. He's just funding an actress's career. Okay, shoot some scenes. That's it. But people are
I
acting like
mean,
this is like a victory lap. He's going to court over paying for a side chick. That's not the same as being convicted of something associated with the January 6th, incident or whatever. I'm not sure if this incident hurts him in any way with his base. What's your opinion?
well, we all know whenever you're somebody who's highly profiled as Donnie, um, that they got to stick you with these lesser charges. You know what I mean? As far as like, I don't. It's weird. It's like, okay, all this dust, but but this is going to stick. You know what I mean? All that other does, but this is the piece that's going to get convicted. You know, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. When that happens, you know what I mean? But I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see because nothing's really has stuck. You know what I mean? You know, Teflon Don. You know what I'm saying? It's like none of it's. We have to wait and see. And then I just honestly feel that anything that he gets, let's say he does get convicted on, Biden's going to bail him out. You know,
Probably.
he's going to, man. You know, that's like a what do you call it, man? Almost like a fraternity almost. You know what I mean? It's like they're going to look out for one another. Meaning that if some president did something bad where he gets possibly convicted, they'll just go ahead. The president in power pardon him. I mean, we've seen it with Nixon. I mean, we've seen it with all these other presidents. We've seen it probably with Bill Clinton. Some of these other presidents that had possible issues or whatnot. The president, the current president, usually pardons them because it's a fraternity.
Yeah. Well, President Clinton actually isn't able to practice law due to the Jennifer Flowers case. He lost that case. And he's not able to practice law because of that. But if they're only trying to convict Donald Trump on something as petty as paying for a side chick, then I don't know if that's going to take any steam out of his campaign. They better hope that it disqualifies him from running for public office, or you're going to see a Trump and DeSantis ticket. And I'm not sure if 87-year-old Joe Biden will be able to overcome that. You going to support 87-year-old Joe?
Hey, man, I'm falling in line. You know,
You going to support George Burns?
Hey, got to fall in line, brother. Obviously, regardless of whoever candidate I choose, we're not gonna have the same, how can I say it, viewpoints on everything. But
you vote for George Burns?
I didn't like what he did recently as far as the people of DC voted for as far as their how they handle crime as far as no bail and things like that. And I just
don't voted on that.
Yeah, it's just, well, we already know that, once again, Stoppables will bring up something, talk about, oh, you're not being tough on crime, and then the Democrats cave into that. Oh, we're tough on crime. I'm like, why are you worried about what the Stoppables have to say?
Why are we blamed for what Democrats do? We're always blamed for the harsh. We're always blamed for the harsh things that good Democrats do. Joe Biden was pushing the 1994 crime bill. He was worse than anything I've ever heard from Rush Limbaugh when he was promoting it. But the Republicans get blamed for that because the Democrats decided to be tough on crime to impress the Republicans. They did it to impress the Republicans.
Always. It's just like this DEI and woke shit. It's like these Stoppables can't even define that, but it's always in their play. Like you just said with the banking. Like how did the DEI program or the woke consciousness stop anything? Stop it. It's bad management. You had bad managers up in there. You had bad top officials making those decisions. It has nothing to do with the DI. The DI woke people are below the building. We're not even in the foundation. But that's an easy target to talk about. And then you ask them, well, what does that mean? Chicka chicka chicka. Here comes the DJ. Well, I don't know. And
did you see that?
How many times have we seen that playbook?
Did you see that woman they asked her about? She's the author who wrote a whole book about woke culture and stuff like that, how it's bringing down things, and they asked her to define it. Crickets. And she even said this could be a viral moment right here.
Yeah.
It's just, when it comes to campaign times, they find words to weaponize. And the great thing about politics is you can take simple words, simple nothing worse than turn it into something dangerous. Like they've weaponized the word woke to where if you're a person that is concerned about social justice and equality, you're called woke. And what do you call a person that's in the opposite of woke? Are they asleep? Are they, are they unconscious? Or are they in a coma? What are they? I mean, what's this weaponized word we call woke?
Yeah.
And what is the moral character of a person that isn't supposedly woke? Do you get offended by people trying to want inclusiveness or want equality or anything like that? I mean, to my understanding, they never want to define what the word woke is, but to me, since it was first applied to black people using it applies to black people and it applies to people with a sexual identity or whatever. So
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's
that's the
it's
only two
crazy.
people, if you're saying woke, that people think that you're talking about black people and LGBTQ or whatever.
Yeah, it's always the cop out. And then, they fire up their backers and they roll with it. It's like it's like it sounds I can't it sounds crazy, man, straight up. Sounds crazy, but what can you do? But I know one thing that doesn't sound crazy, which is we're putting together once again. So, just to let you guys in on something, the B Side Podcast is in favor also with the Sellers Foundation. We are creating the Dr. Lee Sellers Scholarship. We're providing two scholarships, $2,500 apiece, for two students enrolled at Wilberforce University in Ohio. Yes, once again, the Sellers Foundation, all full support of the Dr. Lee Sellers Scholarship. You can check us out at the sellersfoundation.com. You can go to IG to the Dr. Lee Sellers Scholarship. Check us out. We have some further information going down on April 15th. Once again, April 15th, we'll be in Newark, Ohio at the Newark High School Commons Building for the gala for the Dr. Lee Sellers Scholarship. Like I said, we're going to give out two scholarships to enrolled students at Wilberforce University. Yes, we are supporting our HBCU institutions. Yes, that is what's going on. We'll keep you updated. That's one thing, what we're going to do. But also with the Sellers Foundation, with that in tune, obviously we'll take any donations, any help. That's all good. We're trying to help these youngins out here. And like I was saying before, you can always let me find this up. You can always go to let's bring that up. Nope, that's not it. You can always go to the Sellers Foundation, $, the Sellers Foundation. You can also go to PayPal, Rob Sellers Foundation. That wasn't the one I wanted, but hey, I got to go back on that. Okay, and also Venmo at the Sellers Foundation. Also, like I said, Cash App, $, the Sellers Foundation, PayPal, Rob Sellers at the Sellers Foundation, and also you can go to Venmo at the Sellers Foundation. So hey, we'll take any donations. We'll take any help on that. Like I said, we're just here to educate our youth, help them out, any type of assistance with that program, and so that we can help them with their educational endeavors. So once again, tune into the sellersfoundation.com, and also you can check us out at the Sellers Foundation, and also on IG you can go to the Dr. Lee Sellers Scholarship, and we'll post some things, give some information out there. So hey, any support helps, and definitely we'll be there with the cause. And also, just to let you guys know, we can't forget what we're doing here at the B-Side Podcast for all you and yours. If you want to support the B-Side Podcast, definitely check us out. Go to the $, Robert Sellers. You can go to Venmo, Rob-Sellers-4, and then at PayPal, you can go to BB Sales. That will get you into the area where you can donate. Obviously, we want to bring some better and bigger things to the B-Side Podcast, but we need your support. So once again, go to the Bank Moco app. Once again, $, Rob Sellers, Robert Sellers, Venmo, Rob-Sellers-4, and also on PayPal, BB Sales. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're trying to do some things over here, Gary. Trying to do some things over here.
You're definitely doing some things, and I just want to commend you for what you're doing because you are setting up You're setting up with the foundation funds that alleviate one of the biggest stress that people go through when they enter the institution of higher education. Is worrying about finances, worrying about paying for books, and that's a blessing. And just the fact that you're doing that for the kids and you're putting your hand in there and teaching these kids the game, giving these kids the game. You're a coach now, and that's some big stuff. Because the main thing is investment in the next generation. Whatever
Yes.
we can't do in this generation, you got to build up the next generation because that's all it is. It's like parenthood.
Yes.
You try to train your child to get past the mistakes that you made and actually ascend higher than you. So that's the greatest thing to invest in the future, and that's what you're doing through this organization and through basketball as well. So I just want to commend you for that. And
Thanks, man.
you're a
Appreciate
good
that, man.
you're a good Trump Republican. I know you don't want people to know that. I know you don't want people to know you're from Dominican Republic as well. So I just want to thank you, my fellow Republican, and one of the most famous Black Latinos in the podcast game.
I do have a name, Babito Saledes. Babito Saledes, El Negro Dominicano. Yes. But now, nah, man, it's just something I always had back in my mind, always trying to find a way, I should say, to give back. A lot of people helped me out on my journey as far as life. And I just want to reciprocate that. And obviously our youth, definitely, like you said, they are definitely our future. We have to invest in them. We have to talk to them. We have to, I think, set an even better example out there for them so that he can follow, tune into. Because the whole thing is, I'm try to knock down some of that pettiness that we have as far as the young and old. We can all learn from each other, especially as old heads. We can definitely learn from the youth as far as on the technological aspect of the world. I mean, these guys are brainiacs when it comes to that. So
They're the
obviously,
most
yeah,
educated generation ever.
yeah. So we can definitely tune in that and help us out as far as old heads by vibing with them, talking with them, getting in tune with them, and then also on that opposite end, as far as the old heads, uh, messing with the youth, we can definitely lead them and also show them ways to communication, human contact, because everything's at their fingertips.
Yeah,
With technology, obviously the phone, so wealth information comes in that. And, we can assist them on things that we've experienced and what we've gone through. So that's the main thing, man. Just giving back, try to help out the youth, man, and try to make it easier for them, and obviously try just being there to listen, and also because we got a lot of old heads have a wealth of knowledge, not only financially but mentally, man. Where it's time, man. We got to tighten up this gap, man, because like we were both saying, the kids of the future, and hopefully our foundation can assist and help these our youth out, and hopefully guide them in the right direction as far as their educational pathway, but also most importantly, develop into a universal man, a universal woman out here in this world.
that's a definite. And the main thing is to strengthen the foundation because me and you, we come from a generation where opportunities were allowed to us that weren't allowed in the prior generation. And it keeps on going. Even with the new kids that are born nowadays, they face a whole different world where things aren't a big deal to them as it was in our generation.
Yeah.
So times are changing, access to information is changing. The access to information isn't as small as it was back in the day. And there really is a chance for the generations that are developing right now and in the future to have a much different outcome than we've had in this country and even in the world. So this, I have a whole lot of confidence in this generation, and it shouldn't be that we get to a point where we're the old generation complain about what the young people do. Because if you complain about what the young people do, you got to lead yourself because you're the one that taught them.
Yeah.
That's what I got to say. This generation that complains about the new generation, they are reacting to what you taught them.
Exactly. Exactly. And then people. At some point we were young too. We made it
Yeah,
this far. We were young. So we just can't, um, criticize them or critique them like crazy. We got to show love back, because when we were young, the old heads were looking at us the same way, like, so, we just got to pass the baton right, man, and just listen to them and just let them know that we're there for them, man. Obviously, our foundation, we would love to save everybody, all our youth, but, we can't until we get to that point. We're going to, keep striving, one student at a time. Like I said, we're just got 2 students as far as, like I said, $2,500 scholarships apiece. Like I said, enrolled at Wilberforce University. And the main thing, we're just going to uplift our ancestor. He's my uncle, Lee Sellers. He was an alum at Wilberforce University, so it's only right that we get back to the basics, we get back to the roots, and obviously that is Wilberforce University, and we have to definitely support our institutions, no question. Yes, yes. But just also let you guys know out there, the B-Side Podcast is sponsored by Black Storm Vodka. Black Storm Vodka, 6 times distilled, smooth taste, you name it, good refreshing drink. Tune in, check out the Black Storm Vodka at your local liquor store, your local distilleries. You can go online, see where you can purchase a bottle. Black owned, Black female owned entity. Once again, Black Storm Vodka, that is one of the sponsors for the B-Side Podcast. So check it out, Black Storm Vodka.
I'm gonna have to try that Blackstone vodka. I'm gonna drink a whole bottle in there. I'm gonna drink a whole bottle in there for the next podcast. A whole bottle of Blackstone vodka, and before I might drink a little bit of it, then dump it out and put some water in there and stuff like that, and make it look like I drank the whole thing. But I do want to try that Blackstone vodka. You said it's in liquor stores?
Yes, check it out. See where it's at. Obviously, some of the places that sell the vodka, she's expanding. I know that you can get some at, I'd say maybe at Bevmo. There's a couple spots I'll go to where you can pick them up. But I would say go online, go to blackstormvodka.com, find out where you can purchase your beverage of choice. Obviously, the vodka, Blackstone Vodka, and go to the site. They'll have a listing where you can actually make purchases. So once again, blackstormvodka.com. Blackstormvodka.com is, like I said, a sponsor of the B-Side Podcast. So tune in, check it out. Like I said, Blackstone Vodka, check it out. Hashtag follower. Great person. Homegirl Keisha, known her for a long time. She's good people. Yes, yes. So anything else, man, you want to say before we get up out of here, man? There were some other things I want to get into, but I don't know. I couldn't load up. I couldn't do a, I wanted to do a, we just discussed what I wanted to do. I wanted to do in the new. They were saying cocaine is up.
Damn.
Yeah, they said cocaine sales and distribution's up. Obviously people coming out of the pandemic want to get hied up, want to get that sugar booker. Leave it alone, ladies and gentlemen. Leave it alone. And also, I wanted to bring up in the new saying that Nike will no longer use kangaroo leather for their soccer cleats. So
what the
didn't
hell?
know that. Didn't know Nike was using kangaroo leather for the soccer cleats. They said they're not going to use that. Yeah, I have difficulties. I was going to chime it up, but that was the main things, the segments we wanted to do as far as in the new and knock it off. But hey, what can we say? We made it through another episode. Thank you for tuning in. G, did anything you want to say before we get up out of here? Give us your handle here.
Oh, if you go on, what is it, Instagram, look up Midnight More. You'll see me there. If you go on Facebook and you look up the coolest motherfucker that ever existed in world history, I'll be there too. And I just want to tell you, I want to commend my fellow Trump supporter, Robert Sellers. He's a Trump supporter. He's got a blonde wig. He's got a blonde wig and a blue suit and a red tie as we speak. And, he wants to make America great again. He wants us to get back to the point we were in 1955 when America was decent and people knew the position and the places.
Don't believe him, ladies and gentlemen. Do not believe Tony Dorsett. You know what I mean? Do not believe
Coach Marvin. Coach Marvin.
So wrong. So wrong. But hey, thanks for tuning in. Hey, if you want to check us out, definitely go to thebsidepodcast.com, thebsidepodcast.com. Hashtag is, tag us, get on there, see what's going on. Definitely you can check us out on Instagram. We're at the B-Side Podcast Q. The B-Side Podcast Q. Also, check us out on Twitter. We're at the B-Side Podcast #2. B-Side Podcast #2. Obviously, we have gear. You can go to AlecRoberts.com. Go to AlecRoberts.com. Go to Alec Roberts on IG. We do have some merchandise up. If you just want to follow me, check me out. Go to AR Sales 2. AR Sales 2. That is on my IG. Check us out. See what's good. Also, like I said, like we were just discussing earlier, but hold up. Twitter, you want to check me out? Say that too. Twitter, you can go to, I'm at Rob_B Sales, Rob_B Sales. Also, if you want to go to Fanbase, I'm at AR Sales 2. Fanbase, I'm at AR Sales 2. And also, obviously, if you want to donate to our foundation, go to thesellersfoundation.com. Like I said, we got the Dr. Lee Sellers Scholarship coming up. And also, we do have the Dr. Lee Sellers fundraising dinner April 15th in Newark, Ohio. If you're out there, check us out. If you're in the Central Ohio area, check us out. Obviously, this is going down April 15th at Newark City Schools, the Commons building. Thank you, Newark City Schools, for letting us host the event there. Much appreciated. I'm an alum at Newark High School, but also, like I said, we're doing the Dr. Lee Sellers Scholarship at Newark High School at the Commons. Like I said, we're doing a fundraising dinner for the scholarship of 2 students enrolled at Wilberforce University. We are definitely here to support our HBCU institutions. Obviously, hey man, go ahead, Gary, speak on that because you are a HBCU alum.
I just want to say that's the coolest. Not only invest in the future, you're giving back to institutions that have looked out for our educational well-being ever since we were allowed to go to school. I got the chance to go to one of the world's greatest historically Black school, Xavier University, started by an actual saint. Catherine Drexel is an actual saint, and that's the woman whose school I went to. And I just want to say you should sing this. Sing this before you go. Brother, there's far too many. Come on, that's you. Go ahead, do it. Sing what's going on for Coach Marvin. They got Coach Prime, now they got Coach Marvin.
That's okay. What's going on? That's okay. No one needs to hear my voice right now on that. No one needs to hear that. No one needs to hear that. But hey, thanks for tuning in, man. Gary, thanks again, man.
Thank you
for tuning in. My fault. We were supposed to go live yesterday. Didn't make it, but hey, we came live today. But in any case, hey, thanks for tuning in. Subscribe. Check us out. Got big things ahead of us. Hey, all we're going to do is continue to strive and put in that work. But once again, thanks for tuning in to the B-Side Podcast. Hey, we're trying to make some things happen, ladies and gentlemen. Why not? Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, we'll catch you guys. Peace, 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 peace.
Bobby Sellers is a Trump supporter.
Never, ever, ever, ever.